Okay.
Sige, ask that from one more time.
Okay. Huy.
Game.
Okay, so Kuya Glenn, so what inspired you to start a podcast studio or what keeps you motivated to keep it running, to run the business as a podcast studio?
Grabe, umaandar na pala tayo.
Yes.
No? Kasi of course, hindi ka naman mag-i-initiate ng ganito kung hindi ka rin naman nagko-consume.
Yes.
No? So, I've been listening to podcasts. Actually, hindi ko alam kung gano'n na pala katagal. Pero, I think it was still Apple Podcasts. Phone, di yata ako umabot nung naka-Android ako. Parang medyo mano-mano.
Nag-Android ka?
Nag-Android din ako before ako. Pero mas naging accessible siya sa Apple Podcasts. No? Sa iPhone era. Nakikinig ako nun kasi makikinig ako sa self-help things.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, non-fiction. No? Mga storytelling, mga creativity, mga business. So, doon ako nanggagaling. Especially kapag nagda-drive. No? So, pre-pandemic, if you think about driving from, let's say, Quezon City to BGC, malayo.
Yeah.
Or at least even Quezon City from my house going to where I work. Ang tagal na nun. I think a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's already one episode.
Correct.
No? So, to keep my mind running and to keep me thinking, kasi hindi ka naman pwede magbasa ng libro, I think I chose podcasts as a way to
Relieve stress, maybe?
relieve stress but also learn. And then, hopefully down the line, I'll be able to apply.
So when
those
did it
things.
start? So after listening, or did you create your parang
Yung
Apple
pag-produce
channel?
mismo,
Oo.
okay. So, dahil nga nakikinig naman ako, and I used to teach also, I think the idea of long-form video or lectures, hindi siya alien to me.
Okay.
I used to record lectures for Racket. Racket ko siya. So, may event, may public lecture, i-record ko siya for around 1.5, 2 hours, or 1 hour to 2 hours. Or even conferences.
Correct.
The whole
Correct.
day. Very second nature sa akin na mag-record ng mga taong nagsasalita ng matagal. Hindi siya, I'm the kind of videographer, and because I'm coming from practice ng videography, ako yung tipo ng videographer na hindi mahilig mag-weddings. I can do events.
Yeah.
Pero hindi yun yung naging forte ko. Naging forte ko ay academic events, lectures, workshops, even whole day conferences. Doon ako nang gagaling. So, I even if it's not really you can call creative, you can parang you cannot call it in that sense. I found that it's something that I can do. Very interestingly, kasi hindi naman yun yung favorite ng mga tao gawin.
Yeah.
Nakatayo lang dun eh.
Correct. Pero right now, sobrang in niya.
Correct.
Correct.
So, everything that can be content will be content.
Or something that you can learn from
Yes.
na video.
Yes. Actually, ang pinapakinggan ko pala before, hindi ko lang kung naabutan mo yun. I mean, existed pa naman sila. But it was Vimeo. No, so kalaban ng YouTube
Yeah,
essentially. And the series that I was watching a lot was called Creative Mornings. Every month there would be, let's say, a Friday or a Saturday where creatives would gather in the morning, literally, just to gather, and then there will be a speaker that will be talking about one theme. And because there are a lot of creative communities around, I think in the US yata, and then nagkaroon din dito for isang beses or a couple of sessions. Yun yung favorite ko panoorin. Parang something about creativity, something about business. So, marami akong natutunan. Hindi ko lang alam kung marami rin akong na-apply during that time.
Okay, since you've mentioned that, so ngayon, habang nag-run yung podcast studio mo, so tingin mo what's the most unexpected lesson that you've learned from running this podcast studio?
Lesson, I think that
Siguro isang sobrang ganda and then isang sobrang hindi masyadong maganda.
I think one of the lessons na natutunan ko is to listen to how people talk. May cadence kasi sila eh. When I do the editing, to a certain extent, minsan hindi ko kailangan pakinggan. Hindi naman dahil nakakabasa ako ng waveform at alam ko na kung ano yung sinasabi nila. But more of, you would know when people actually start thinking, when they are driving a point, when they are continuous yung ideas nila. Parang, and you would also know kapag medyo may reservations ng konti kasi iba din yung pagsasalita nila during that time, no? So I think that's one of the things na natutunan ko, like biggest lesson during that time. Yung on the contrary, it's also very difficult to to do kasi nga lahat words eh. So
Yeah.
wala masyadong actions on
Yeah.
screen. Minsan talagang ang lessons or ang lectures nagbabasa lang sila of a piece of paper. Tapos hindi mo alam, I mean I guess in the same way na mahirap na mag-edit ng text. If you have to condense words or sentences or paragraphs into a shorter version, which is problema naman natin ngayon
Ng lahat
kasi
naman.
at this point kasi nga attention economy, di ba? Mas nagiging challenging, mas nagiging engaged yung brain mo.
So, sige. Dahil sinabi mo na yung unexpected lesson from both maganda and something on the contrary. Pero this time around, ano naman sa tingin mo yung most rewarding experience or lesson so far? Experience na lang.
Experience.
Siyempre hindi rin lang in terms of monetary,
Yeah.
but something insightful.
To a certain extent kasi it's a needle in a haystack.
Needle and haystack?
Needle
Ano
and a
yun?
haystack. Ano kasi siya eh, anong tawag dito? When you try to consume long content, I'm sure you've had these experiences also. When you look at the YouTube time bar and you know that it's more than 20 minutes, meron kang decision making na ginagawa sa ulo mo. Do I have the time and space to actually consume this right now?
Yeah.
Masama man siya pakinggan, pero medyo may sugal kasi doon ng konti. And you don't know if you're getting value, if you will be getting value out of it. I think that's one of the, when you find that needle in the haystack, and somehow it speaks to you, parang there would be a fire that would that would not burn you, but like, there would be a fire that would be lit under your seat. And then parang gusto mong gumawa ng something. Parang gusto mong magkaroon ng action. More often than not naman kasi ang podcast is mostly about ideas.
Yes.
Hindi siya lecture,
Correct.
hindi siya workshop na parang ganito gawin mo. Ganito. There are pieces of content for that. But to a certain extent, if you do find that needle in the haystack and it speaks to you, hindi naman dahil tinusok mo yung sarili mo, pero ano tawag dito, nakwento mo or nakwento nung piece of video na yun or piece of video content na yun sa'yo yung kailangan mo, pero hindi mo naman siya hinahanap in that sense. Pero narinig mo yung kailangan mo marinig. Yes, let's go. Parang pwede akong may gagawin ako today. Nakagana siya. Although, of course, in the context of dahil nga may work day ka pa, meron ka pang ibang asikasuhin, but at least nasimulan na siya, diba? May energy ka na to at least push through with something new.
Okay, so magta-touch upon lang din ako dun sa needle and a haystack. So, say for example, a client of yours actually hit that or found that. So, meron bang any success story from one of your clients that stands out for you and sa tingin mo for the consumers too? Dito lang.
I think one of the very interesting things na naging client ko was, of course, it's always going to be a business decision. I mean, video prod and audio prod is an investment.
Exactly.
Literally. But if you think about it, that's the first layer. The second layer is that needle in a haystack. Ang prerequisite niya, dapat may haystack. Ibig sabihin, dapat marami ka munang ginawa. Marami ka na record, may repetitions ka. Very athlete, di ba? May repetitions ka, kaya mo mag-storytell. Hindi siya, as I think most content creators, hindi naman sila magaling at the start eh. Or hindi nila na-fit towards their target audience yung how they wanna carry themselves.
Yeah.
One of the, I guess, medyo hard sell ng konti is that when you start content creation, when you create your own podcast, although the barrier is low, at the very least, you can have your phone, have a microphone, use your phone, and then use the camera, and have a tripod at least, nakatayo lang siya, di ba? And then, record something, record your ideas. Pero behind it kasi you have to outline your ideas, you have to a certain extent, parang kailangan meron ka ring tatamaan na important points. Hindi ka naman pwede mag-ramble, so to speak. Success story-wise, you would see that people have started. And it would also mean that they would be able to have a certain foundation on how to do things the next time they do it again. No? So, kumbaga ako, personally, I don't believe in one-offs.
Yeah.
Although minsan, meron talagang projects na ganun. Very, very good friend natin si Lance. Parang, it was a podcast. It was only one episode, but it's very targeted towards what he wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a business funnel also.
Okay.
So you can also view it that kind, you can also view content creation in that sense. Na you have a business objective.
Oh.
But I think challenge, ito alam mo to. It's also establishing expertise.
Yes.
It's very clear na whatever content that you put out there, or photos or videos, it is that and you iterating or reiterating that part, people would remember you for that.
Yeah.
Diba? Unfortunately, it also works on the flip side. If you keep ranting, if you keep posting, I mean, memes are fun, but to a certain extent, kung wala namang lessons, I think that's
Wala din namang
wala
magiging
din magiging challenge.
Okay. Alright. So since tapos na tayo sa success, why don't you tell us about the specific services that you offer in your studio?
Okay. One of the thing, my pitch, the inquiry will always come from, podcast inquiries will always come from studio time. Magkano ang studio time? Magkano ang rate mo? Ito yung number of microphones. Ito yung ilaw na kasama. Ito yung set na kasama. I think yun yung uso ngayon eh. To a certain extent, when you try to cost for that, what happens is you get one-offs.
Yeah.
But if you think about bigger picture or bigger scheme of things, remember the haystack earlier, you have to have more of those rather than just one.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep on showing up. So for me, I would rather offer you, or at least one of the things that I'm trying to push or to share with you is that you take away the part where you have to think about your technicals. Just show up, give your points, and then partly we'll do the rest for you. But of course, meron pa ring posting, optimization. Pero alam mo na, social media marketing things. But at least you have your material already. Video is expensive. Audio can be expensive. But if your main focus is to just deliver your ideas, especially business ones, diba? Then I would gladly help you out.
So lagay lang natin sa perspective. Forget the technical side.
Show up.
Kunin niyo si Kuya Nian. Show up and then makakapag-produce na kayo. It's as easy as that. Tama ba ako, Kuya Glenn?
Yes. So, medyo, ang tawag din, mag-step backward tayo sa nangyayari ngayon. So, right now, we're recording it on 2 cameras. This and 2 cameras. But I decided to actually put another camera here. Hi. Ito yung isang camera. And what would happen is, yes, we have our long form. Dalawa tayo. But if you have, let's say, you want reels, you want TikTok short, YouTube shorts or TikTok videos, you can easily grab it from here. Although, on the technical side, pwede namang kunin dito sa camera na to. But, parang iba yung feel nito, medyo blurry yung background, di ba? Ikaw lang nakikita.
Pang mayaman.
But, we were talking about it before we started, di ba?
Yeah.
I think, I think si Chrissy Talks HR is actually a very good example.
Yeah.
Of course, kakaiba nga siya. Not nitpick, pero let's use her as an example. It's very interesting how she did her content. Hindi siya nakatingin sa camera directly.
Yeah.
May kausap siya, tapos kinikwento niya dun sa kausap niya kung ano yung gusto niya i-drive na point. So, when you think about your content, actually pwedeng ganun. Diba? Although, syempre, kailangan nyo humanap ng rem na kasama nyo dun sa frame. I don't think wala siyang kausap on the side, on a technical level. But at least, she's able to, I guess, drive the points that she wants to drive with in that style.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, hi, my name is Glenn Lopez, ito, point. If I want your business to grow, blah, blah, blah. Hindi siya ganun. Parang, alam mo kasi rin, may mga bagay sa business na pwede ko ikwento. Parang nagkwento lang siya.
And I also think na yung niche niya, since the general population of the people who's in the internet is working class.
Yes.
And plus, it's a bonus na, ano to? HR personnel siya, or HR expert rather. So, feeling ko talagang kaya people would actually listen to them.
Yeah.
So, yun. And one good example here, at least, no, what we're trying to do is making sure that if you're an aspiring business who wants to grow more, or maybe an aspiring, just as simple as a content creator,
and then you want to share your expertise also.
we have customized solutions for you. To be honest.
To be honest, pinakamahirap kapag kasali ako.
Kasi
ako yung producer eh.
Okay.
So right now, pakita ko sa inyo, binabantayan ko yung mga cameras dito sa iPad. Wala akong notes, binabantayan ko lang kung nagre-record siya. Hopefully yung audio gumagana pa din. Gumagana po ba yung audio? Pumapalo pa ako. So, dahil ako yung nandito, parang I want someone else to be a producer. So if you have a producer, like what we can offer, what we can share with you, hindi nyo na kailangan isipin. May isa lang ilaw. Well, actually, may isa pang ilaw dito. Medyo basic set lang to. Dumilim na nga sa labas simula nung nagsimula kami dito. But it should be an easy thing. If it's after work hours, may energy ka, you've written your scripts already, we can also do that for you. We can guide you. If you want an outline, we can share it with you. Post-processing or editing, pwede naman gawan yan lahat. So, whatever you see essentially on the internet, pwede natin gawin yan. But I think biggest asterisk doon, we have to fit it in your style.
Okay.
Hindi kasi, hindi ko alam paano sasabihin. Parang, we have to fit it in your style. If you're a serious person, be serious. You cannot just do a laugh track. Di ba? Hindi man vlog yung pag-establish ng expertise mo.
So about the packages, since you've mentioned about, siguro, maybe to your point, it's more on customized solutions for you from the budget down to your niche. Ang question of the century, Kuya Glenn, mura ba o mahal ang pag-produce ng mga episodes?
Sige. So, let's put it in the context of, because you are a business owner, you're busy, you're running your business already. What is, let's say, I would call a season around, kunwari first time mo mag-podcast, I would call a season around 10 episodes, 12 episodes. If you can spare 45,000 pesos for 10 to 12 episodes, pag dinivide mo yun, divide natin yun.
Ito.
Ano? That's 3,750. Studio rental is 3,750 without services.
Yeah.
It's just renting the studio. So, what we want you to have is to already have the episodes. Diba? Hindi yung nag-studio ka, nag-record ka, nag-edit ka pa. If you can just put together that 10 to 12 episodes as one season, it's a check already for you to show up.
Yeah.
Diba?
And just show up.
But of course, you've done your homework.
Yeah.
You've written your ideas, diba? Maybe you've arranged the schedule with your guest, arranged the schedule in the studio. That we can help you out with. But at the very least, showing up and then just doing this thing. Literally, when we showed up earlier also to do this.
Okay.
May sense ba yun? Before tayo
Meron. Meron. Okay. Sige.
asterisk ko pa. If you need branding also, kasi syempre, very graphics-driven ang mga podcast. I mean, graphics. Kailangan may album art ka, di ba? Kailangan eye-catching siya. We can also trim the clips so that we can get the social media clips. Kasi funnel siya eh.
Yeah.
If you talk business, you have a marketing funnel, you have a sales and marketing funnel. Before ka mag-invest ng oras mo, pakinggan ako, kailangan may sustansya na yung una mong makukuha. Clip that shit.
Expound, Kuya Glenn.
Ayun,
Expound.
so,
How?
yung mga, ang tawag dito, yung mga big moments in podcasts or at least in recordings, that's what you publish first.
Mm-hmm.
If people would invest, if people would watch on their Instagram or Facebook timeline, 15, 20, 30 seconds of what you're talking about, then you'll bring them in to be curious and actually watch the entire thing. Or kung hindi pa sila fan. Pero kung fan na sila at inaabangan nila lagi yun, it's easier kasi sometimes it's just the title.
Yeah, or just your name.
Oo, your name. Kunwari, may inaabangan silang guest mo. Yun lang. Bubuksan na nila yung podcast mo. So, merong part na magbibigay ka muna bago ka manghihingi. Kasi it's both an investment. No?
Okay. So, I think kasi, I have prepared a few questions about the industry and trends. I think napag-usapan na natin na parang what are some of the biggest trends you see in podcasting industry. So, nagkaroon tayo ng example which is si Crazy Talks HR. Oh, di ba alam namin? Hello, kunin mo na kami.
Ay po. Pero for sure may team na rin
I
siya.
know.
Which is good.
Kuya ER, baka na. Pero, sa tingin mo, like right now, what she's doing, what we're doing, how has the podcasting landscape changed since you started?
Listening to, at least.
Yeah.
Na-interestingly, gusto ko balikan yung question mo kanina. Parang ano yung trend ngayon?
Yeah.
Ang trend ngayon, nagsisimula mag-podcast. Kasi, dati parang kailangan ganito.
Yeah.
At this point, mas importante magsimula ka. And then, mahahabol na lang yung gagawa mo. Diba? One of the easiest, when they say, ako namamatay din ako dito sa part na to. One of the goals that people would actually try to have is one piece of content every week.
Yeah.
How many weeks in a year? 52. If you show up 52 times in a year, that establishes expertise already. No? So, kumbaga, hindi ka naging absent every week sa mga tao. Kahit Pasko, kahit nagbakasyon ka, and that's also a challenge. So, some content creators actually leave scheduled pieces of content even if they're on vacation, talagang tuloy-tuloy sila.
And siguro no, one piece of advice on expertise, not everyone naman is, halimbawa yung mga kabatch mo na nag-produce ng content or naglabas ng something na trending, meron ka pa rin kasing mga bago or mga usbong. So kung ano yung expertise mo right now, it will still be useful to the new ones.
Yes.
So I think,
I think they call it evergreen content.
Yeah.
So parang mas applicable, mas ano siya, hindi siya na mamatay na trend.
Yeah.
Parang the lessons before are the same lessons. Now,
nag-iba lang yung technology.
Or in the future.
Yeah. How has the podcasting landscape changed since you started?
I think mas marami kang kalaban ngayon. Even the way that people edit their content now.
Yeah.
Magkaiba sa Spotify tsaka sa YouTube.
Yeah.
For some reason. With good reason.
Yeah.
Because, but also, YouTube is more visual. Did you know that actually YouTube is the biggest podcast platform right now? I don't have an asterisk, parang wala akong source for it, but I think they're the biggest right now because it's, I think, one of the most accessible. And then on the flip side, Spotify is actually putting in video as as a feature also, so that you can watch the podcast that they recorded. So the biggest trend is video. Pala. Yung pala yung sagot doon.
I think no, as a marketer too, doon naman yung nag-start So we started with post lang, words.
Yes, correct.
So that's why nauso yung
pagpaparinig sa mga status.
WordPress.
Joke lang. Vlogs.
WordPress.
Vlogs.
And then, nag-start yung picture, hence Instagram and Multiply. And then, after the photos, doon na nag-start yung videos. And right now, I think, doon pa rin papunta.
Yes.
Ang next nga actually, from the trend, is yung live.
Yes.
Pagla-live.
That's very big in China. That's very big in China. May mga tao na nagla-live podcasts also so that they can get interaction. But more often than not, it becomes challenging because it has to be a specific time. So, pag nag-show up ka ng 8 p.m. every Tuesday night, you have to show up every 8 p.m. Tuesday night ng live. Ng live ka. So, kumbaga may date ka na every week just to show up for that audience as well.
And then, after this live, sa study is, yung NFT? But I don't know how we'll do it there kung may podcast doon na, if you can buy it on that.
Baka needle in a haystack ulit yan down the line.
Correct. So, right now, Kuya Glenn, since we're talking about you have to show up, mag-start ka ng content mo, what advice would you give to someone thinking about starting a podcast?
Record mo yung sarili mo. But I think, parang mali yung advice. Actually, ang bigger challenge ko personally is to actually write it out. I think it has been a lost, at least at this point in time, it has been a lost way of recording ideas. Like physical writing, hindi notes, hindi digital. I mean, you can naman, basta as long as you write it down, and then you organize things. I think that's the starting point. It also pulls you away from the very digital lifestyle that we have. But if you write it down, then outline it, and then on the next page, ayusin mo na lang ulit yung ideas mo. I think that should be a good start.
So when you say writing, it's actually writing the content or
writing
the
your
things
idea
that you want to
talk about. Very high school, may intro ka na paragraph. Meron kang, hindi hypothesis meron kang topic sentence, or meron kang, yung sa thesis? Nakalimutan ko yung tao. Basta you have your idea, and then you reinforce it with 3 points. Point 1, point 2, point 3, and then you wrap it up in the conclusion. Very basic structure siya for writing. And I think if you have that outline, you can make your content already. No? But also, hindi ka kailangan ma-pressure. There are podcasts that are, at least format-wise, there are ones that are only 5-10 minutes because they're just reading articles of another. Although hindi naman nila ninakaw. For sure, naghingi sila ng permission to do that. There are ones that are 20 minutes only because they have specific stories to tell. There are formats like us na nag-uusap, and then may unfolding na nagaganap. And then there are ones na talagang long form or talagang matagal yung kwentuhan nila. I think to a certain extent you have to also think about your audience and how you want to share your learnings and lessons to them. But for business yata baka hindi masyadong matagal kasi hindi naman lahat may time to actually digest and listen and then digest things.
Actually, I'm out of questions.
Out of questions. Ikaw, Rem, kung magsa-start ka ng podcast, parang, hopefully, merong fire, may maliit na ember sa'yo ngayon. Anong gusto mong pag-usapan?
Ako siguro, I think I want to focus on 3 things. Yung coffee would be the least, so siya yung third. Kasi I feel like I'm still not an expert. Kasi may maraming mas magaling talaga sa akin. But,
pero maraming ganun maraming mas magaling pero wala silang content.
Correct. But, yun, siguro, kung gagawa ako, part siya. Like this, right now, I'm drinking coffee. And then second is about maybe leadership and marketing. Kasi what I do talaga, I manage people and then on the side, I technically manage people who does advertising. So, I think yun yung gagawin kong content. And maybe a little bit of lifestyle. Wow.
Yes.
Lifestyle na pang swak.
Pang-Instagram,
Oo,
oo.
pang swak lang. Hindi yung pang malakasan na
Baka
Gucci.
pag nag-lifestyle ka, baka mag-podcast ka na sa ibang bansa.
Oo, mag-podcast tayo sa Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, yung mga ganyan. Actually, that's one of the things that I think misconception din. Yes, it needs this recording videos need space, the studio. But I've been seeing trends also that they just record on site.
Yeah.
Bahala na kung maingay.
Yeah.
Kasi we have good microphones naman at this
Correct.
point. We can bring microphones wherever you are. And the most important thing, on a more technical level, tinatawag kasi siyang signal-to-noise ratio. Ang importante, naririnig yung nagsasalita. Kahit na maingay. Basta malinaw yung sinasabi ng nagsasalita. No? So, vloggers, di ba? May
Yeah,
mga
yeah,
microphone sila. Even at conferences, like kung wala man na akong ID, you can always do parang, ano tawag dun? Hindi naman flyby.
Hey, bibili kang ticket.
Hindi,
Be there as a regular...
kunwari, nasa labas ka lang. Although, you have to ask for permission. But again, remember, as long as may phone ka at may microphone ka, ma-record mo ng maayos yung audio. Because people are more forgiving sa video than audio. Basta malinaw yung audio. Kasi kailangan lang naman nila makuha yung sustansya.
Ay, so, okay. People are more forgiving
Sa video quality.
sa video quality than audio. Well, true. Well, true.
So, kailangan lang nila marinig.
Not unless it's sports or volleyball that you're watching, maybe.
Oo, kasi kailangan kita mo kung in or out yung bola, di ba?
Correct.
So, yun ang takeaway. And there's so much hardware right now, technology. It takes a bit of financial investment, of course. But, again, sayang ideas kung hindi mo share.
Yeah. So yun, I mean, one time din, Kuya Glenn, I think, since we're partnered with Altspace, gusto ko din talagang tuloy yung coffee creatives. Like, one session, or alam mo yun, on a daily basis, or no, not daily. On a weekly or monthly, even monthly.
Daily basis magkape. Daily basis magkape.
On a monthly basis, like, both of us will talk to someone creative over coffee.
Yeah.
So, and then, talk about yung, syempre, kung paano nag-start, yung hardship, ano yung kailangan para ma-maintain yun. So, I think that's one of my goals in this industry. So, I wanted to make sure that you're heard. If ever I'll be starting to, I'll start creating contents like this. So, yun talaga yung pinaka-goal ko. Like, someone who's really, literally just starting down to a person who's very successful. Like, meron na siyang malaking shop, or 3, or 5, or 6, or 10. So, yun.
There are two things that I can pick up from what you said. Number one is, of course, showing up. And then you're able to create your content. Number two is, you actually don't realize because you have to keep on, especially if it's a interview kind of thing. If you keep on inviting people, your network actually grows.
Yeah.
People would actually see what you posted. The one you interviewed can actually see what you posted. And then eventually, you have more dots. Dumadami yung network mo. And I think that's the kind of thing na hindi man siya direct marketing, nagkita kayo sa event. But down the line, you'll be able to establish, uy, napakinggan kita, ganito nga yung sinabi mo. I mean, sometimes, baka mamaya, nakakahiya paling i-bring up niya. Pero at least, at the very least, you were remembered.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
Parang, you're top of mind already.
Yeah.
And that's a very business thing to have also. Content is, at least this game, or the way that you would actually think about pieces of videos like this. Again, establishes expertise. But I'll end with this. I'm trying to reframe kasi the way that I view content. To be completely honest with you, medyo nakaka-toxic na kasi yung word na content.
Yeah.
Content. I'm not hating.
Yeah.
It's just that it's just too present right now. When I think about pieces of videos or photos like this, I think about it being a contribution rather than something that would increase my network. Parang this is my contribution towards whatever is out there already.
Yeah.
For my peace of mind.
Yeah. Or than just it being claim, or parang kesa kiniklaim mo lang siya, oy, this is my content.
Gumawa ako.
Oh, yeah. Oo nga.
This is my contribution to the conversations out there.
Correct. And kasi nga, yung ibang tao would like to start but don't know how to. So, I think contribution.
Correct.
Yeah.
Simulan mo na mag-contribute.
Yeah.
Baka mamaya aram palang may kailangan ng kwento mo din.
Correct. Ay, ang ganda nun.
At may ma-inspire. Clip natin yun, tapos panoorin niyo yung buong podcast dito. Alright.
Alright.
Cut.
Thank you, Kuya Glenn.